Okay, this is Monday the 7th, 2020. This is Labor Day. I got here, let me look at this Hyundai. This is important to note. Hyundai FR 1419, that's the plate on here. So let's go here, look in the back. We got a rainstorm that's coming in, and I'm going in the back. We hooked up a sump pump basin. In this shop, we got water that's coming from this side over here. That's running around here, coming from. So you can see that water, and it's running over this way inside the building. Okay, so water is coming from, there's a big overhead door here, so it's coming from here and running over here and running over here. This looks like it's coming from over there too and running down into the drain. Now I want to get over here and look at it. So we see this water coming down here, but this is why you had to have a big pump. And let me in here, you see the water coming down here. This is why you got the water that's running down here at an angle. So the pump has to handle that. Then you got water coming out of this pipe here, which is handling that roof right there. So you got that running in, and then there's water running down this side gutter over here, which is going into that drain down on the side of it. That's coming off that roof over there. And then you also got this one here, this roof here, this pipe here, gutter, and it's running off over to the side over there, right there, but it's running right back over here. So you got this all piling up around this pump. So you can't have little small pumps, because it had what? You got one, this part here, and this stuff that's running down on this trench here, running down here, running down this way. So you got one, you got two, and then you got three, that big gray pipe, and you got four right there. This pump has to be able to handle that and keep that water down low. Okay, let's get back out here and see what it's doing, because it's really coming out here now. Now, okay, it's not running steady still, because that pump, when it cycles on, it's not allowing that tank to fill up. So there it goes, back on. Shoot it out the way. It's really coming down out here now. Okay, let me get the other part of this going. You can see that water shooting out of that. Okay, now if you look on that roof up there, you can see it running right down on that roof. And that's running down that gutter pipe on that side that I showed you. You can't have a little old small rinky-dink pump. You gotta have something that's gonna push that water out. Do something, you do it right. Now I need to get this piece of the culvert over here, because I got something I'm about to make out of it to help divert this water over there. Okay, let me get this. Yes, Walter. What Billy and Tony is doing is taking up this asphalt. It's not hard. It's just soft all under. Taking up this asphalt and
You don't clog our drain.
So it don't clog this, the rocks don't fall down into the trench drain and attack the pump, because it doesn't solidify. Then we're gonna put these metal pieces down there. After we clean this drain out, we have to remake this drain because we had to dig down deep to get the slope that we needed. The old drain was not designed for the deep slope that we created to make sure it run down into this sump pump basin. So these metal strips here, we're going to use it and put it against the side walls as support. Then we'll put the trench drain plates that's sitting over there, right over there, those plates, we'll put them down on this side. But we got a lot of cleaning up of all this asphalt that was here. In fact, this was designed right here to run into the drain itself anyway. So the asphalt was kind of like blocking it from do that when the water falls down. So we'll handle that. Alright, so what we're doing, we're putting this channel in here. You could probably see it, and we're actually making this on site because again we had to make this deeper to go into that drain when we dug in there. We're up here welding these braces in there to brace it up against this part here. Then we're going to fill this up with concrete. Once we get all that filled and all tidy in, then we'll lay those channel plates on top. Okay, we're doing this so that we have some support against the concrete here, so the concrete just don't fall out. You know, fall off the sides here. We're gonna fill this part up with concrete, like I said, and we have all that together. It's like this here. All right, it'll be okay once we get it done. It'll be fine. We'll show you the finished product after we finish. All right, this is Sunday. It will be what, 9:13 on Sunday, and right now I was kind of working on this drain here to try to kind of finish it up. If you see here, you see the steel channel that we put in there, or the steel sides that we put in here, and this had to kind of be custom made. So it had to be custom made because we had to redirect that water to go over there in a downward slope when it wasn't designed to be that way. It was designed to run in a V and run actually this way, going inside of a pipe. And this part here also was running down this way to go inside of a pipe. So they met together to go inside, but we blocked that off and we allow that water to continue, as you saw on probably the other video, it running down there. So now, the reason we put this metal here, or the sides here, it's lower on one end and higher on the other end. That's the steel it is, because this has a slope going down. So we put those on so that the concrete didn't fall from the sides into the channel drain, get washed down. And then now we simply are going to fill this part in on the sides with concrete. Okay, now another thing we did was I put these bolts, I welded 2 bolts together and put 2 nuts together, that is, and welded that on to the bottom. After I got it down there, what I did was tighten them up to push the sides to push the steel against the sides pretty tight, and what it does, it adds support. Okay, I did have this rebar here, but it was easier for me to use this, and these move. You know, they, once you get them in there, you can adjust them out in order to tighten it up and push this out to where it'd be again tight against the sides of the concrete. Okay, so that's where we are with this now, and I'm going to, again, like I say, end up filling this up, making it nice with the concrete, and then next thing we'll put those steel plates back on. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'll update you as we continue. Okay, so there it is, the steel sides. On this one, I can take this, and this is pretty tight, but this is releasing it here. So let's tighten it against the wall, adding some support there. This here is going to have some weight coming on it, so I pretty much want to make sure that I want to make sure that this is strong enough. There you go. Accordingly working. Keep it closed. Here we go. Get some more of this. All right, now I got that there. Let me screw that in and tighten that part up where I do with that wrench. Here it goes. That's on. I should be able to screw this. Push that out. Okay, push that part of the channel out. Push that out. I need to re-weld that part. It looks like it wants to come off. Then I have another part over there I have to do. Then that'll be it for today. That'll be it for today. Let's see here. We got those in. Push those out. Widen it up. Okay. We have this steel portion of this trench drain in. And as you know, I was holding it on the welding it, sticking it in the side so that if anything fall down, it can't fall in the drain. Also to supply some support. Okay, now we got the braces at the bottom. It's pushing out. You saw that. We also put them at the top and let them stick out a bit, like here. The reason is, once we pour this concrete down in here, if this happens to want to fall down, it's on the concrete. It can try to keep it up. That's why they're sticking out over the edge a bit, although they're welded in. You want to put the concrete on here. And once we get the concrete in, then we'll be able to put these things back on top. Now this has to be kind of strong because we got big trucks running from the shop in there, running right on here. You don't want this to break. So this is what we're doing here, and as we get the concrete on the side, to be a vinyl patch concrete because it bonds to old concrete very well, and we'll show you how that goes. Okay, again, this is running right into that sump pump basin right there. All right, we finally finished this drain here, and you see the concrete is put in the sides, so that steel has good support. There's the parts that's holding the steel out so that it doesn't collapse. Again, the concrete is inside there on the sides of that steel, filling in the gaps. Uses a vinyl patch to put that in because that bonds to existing concrete there. And then the next thing you're going to do is put on the top. Again, this has to be strong because trucks and heavy things run on top of this, so didn't want to put plastic where you have a lot of commercial traffic like that. Now Home Depot do sell plastic stuff, but this one here, as y'all saw, was pretty much custom made, you know, and we did it as we could. We work a little, then come out here and do a little, work a little in the shop doing transmissions, then come out here and do a little. So that's the best we could do because we had to keep the work going. Now I'm going to put the top on and let you see it with the top. All right, so those are the steel grates. We got them on top. And this drain is ready to roll on. I'm going to roll right over it. Now the other part of it where we got that other culvert, we will show you how we are intending to do that later on. But this was the most important. This was more important so that that water didn't go into the shop. We didn't get flooded out. Right into that sump pump basin it's going. I have to say this about the electrician. He did a good job. We got the wires running inside, and he has the GFI plug running here. I have a light on, so if this trips, let us know we don't have power to the sump pump. So as long as this is on, there's an LED light so it doesn't pull a lot of current. As long as that is on, we know that the sump pump has power. All we gotta do is look at the light. So if that's out, it doesn't have power. You did a good job on doing that.